If you feel like you're learning a bunch of different subjects when you study condensed, Newman, Fischer, perspective, and skeletal structures, you are actually suffering from 3D blindness. A lot of students get structural conversion questions wrong because they try to memorize 2D drawings and rules. Today I am going to show you my master key molecule, 2,3-dibromobutane, and show you how simple rotations of the molecule can turn a difficult Fischer projection into an easy Newman projection. And I'll be showing you how to look at molecules to see all of these different structure types. So first, let's get our bearings. We have 4 black carbon atoms in a chain. Carbons 2 and 3 each have a bromine in green that are going away from us, and all of these yellows are hydrogens. So this molecule has 2 chiral centers, one at carbon 2, one at carbon 3. What this means is that these 2 carbons are bonded to 4 different groups each: bromine, hydrogen, CH3 group, and the rest of the chain. So one thing that's important to remember is that single bonds can rotate. So sometimes the structures will look different just because of that. So condensed structures are text-based. It lists the 4 carbons in the chain, and after each carbon, it lists what is bonded to them. So CH3, CHBr, CHBr, CH3. This same view of the molecule is how we would look at it to draw a perspective formula, also called wedge-and-dash structure, or skeletal structure, also called a line drawing. They often show the carbon backbone as a zigzag, but they don't have to. So perspective structures use wedges for bonds that are coming towards you and dotted lines for bonds that are going away from you. The purpose of a perspective structure is to show 3D perspective. A lot of the times people only care about the 3D perspective at chiral centers, so you might see some cheating at these terminal carbons with just CH3 groups not having wedges and dashes. Skeletal structures can use the same wedges and dashes and they have the same meaning, but sometimes people just don't bother if the 3D arrangement isn't important for whatever they are currently doing. In a skeletal structure, the beginnings, corners, and ends of lines are all locations of carbons. We do not need to write hydrogens if they are directly bonded to a carbon, but we do need to write other elements, and we do need to write hydrogens if they are bonded to those other elements. Now, Newman projection is a little bit different. If I were to tell you to draw a Newman projection of some molecule with a whole bunch of carbons, I'm really not being specific enough. I would need to specify 2 neighboring carbons. So let's say we want to draw the Newman projection at the bond between carbons 2 and 3. That means that this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, carbons 2 and 3 are important. We want to look down the bond at carbons 2 and 3. So in a Newman projection, you will see a circle in the front, and the lines coming from the center of that circle would be the bonds on this front carbon. So CH3, hydrogen, bromine. And then the lines in the back would be coming from this back carbon, CH3, bromine, hydrogen. So the whole point of a Newman projection is to show 3D arrangements and things like steric hindrance, in other words, how close big bulky groups are to each other. So right now, these 2 methyl groups, the 2 CH3 groups, carbons 1 and 4, are as far apart from each other as they can be, 180 degrees. This is called a dihedral angle of 180 degrees, and this is referred to as the anti-paraplanar position. If we were to rotate either one of these carbons so that they are only 60 degrees apart, this would be called the Gauche position. And if we were to rotate it once again so that they are at the same angle, this is called the Eclipsed position with a 0-degree dihedral angle. People say that chemistry has confusing terminology, but anti comes from Greek for opposite of, Gauche comes from French for left, And eclipsed comes from ancient Greek for blocking out a heavenly body, as in obscuring something. So it's not that chemistry has confusing terminology, it's just that you need to take the time to learn all languages, past and present, for chemistry's terminology to always make sense. Fischer projections are always drawn in the eclipsed, unstable conformation. And they are drawn in a specific orientation. And it's actually kind of hard to get this molecular model into that orientation because these hydrogens need to be in the same place. But in a Fischer projection, the long chain of carbons is going to be a vertical line, and they are curving away from you. And horizontal bonds are always assumed to be coming towards you. So think of a Fischer projection like a little caterpillar with all of its arms reaching out to hug you. Now that you've seen 3D reality, you're ready to master all the different 2D drawings. So if you're still struggling to get these molecules out of condensed structure and into skeletal structure, the next video shows just that.